Ashtar, new financial awareness breakthrough. The first is the supermoon on September 17th, then the second is the full moon, and third is the partial lunar eclipse of September 18th, 2024. All this creates a great force that is released. She clears the passage to a new beginning. The shift is now really starting. This force will develop stronger and stronger. Many purges penetrate deep into people's consciousness, and where the old money is about to undergo a transformation, a shocking event takes place. Breakthrough and attack. Triptych moon, partial lunar eclipse. When the embezzlement takes place, special codes are released for the Netherlands and Belgium. In politics, this leads to attacks on important political leaders, creating many events that will have a lasting effect and will have an impact on world politics as a whole. Domino effect, the fouling of many mighty links. The powers and the political system are going through a crisis, which starts now and culminates in 2026. Many old timelines influence your personal growth. The blockages arose in a traumatic past, in which old family lines caused a major drain in the ancient monetary system. A kind of reverberation that vibrates and fans out to all layers and levels in society. This sting will act like a nasty bacterium that infects everything, so that everything becomes visible in order to heal this imbalance. In principle, the old system no longer exists in the energetic layers of the earth, and the cleanup is as good as complete. The manipulations arise from old traditions that cannot be abandoned in the lower dimensions, in which many types of monetary systems control matter, and therefore play a major role in influencing rich and poor. This causes suffering, which was intensified in 2020 by the Corona period. The coming generations may be hindered in their light consciousness, and a letting go process is necessary. The new consciousness is entering the field of the financial system. Political system where the old influences of politics are still active, deep transformations occur. The great powers will bow to the new waves of Aquarius. Where they cannot let go of the old, a new wave of purification will spontaneously arise, in which a major cleansing and clearing of the old system will become a fact. Those who carry a great obsession with the old monetary system dominate everything, and end up in a narrow funnel of detachment. They are confronted with the loss of material and personal damage. The fear of this loss will receive worldwide attention, and cause a lot of commotion. So that the cosmic mirror will reflect in all corners, and they will become aware of the divine power of unity. Everyone has the right to abundance, but the one-way traffic that has arisen causes abuse of the material world. Share possessions of your own free will, so that everything in your life becomes equal in energy. Get out of the suction of the old system, wake up and realize that everything is going to flow the other way around. It seems as if the clock is running backwards, and the cosmos turning differently. Chaos arises in the brain when you hold on to the old system. The more you fight to keep the old, the more exhausted you become. This can even lead to chronic diseases, and ultimately death. Prepare yourself, because the opposite is becoming active. Rethinking works best when feelings and intuition open up. Accept the new wave, then the life energy flows through you and you live from abundance. Let go of the struggle and allow love to come. Be flexible and relax. No one can understand or control this new energy. Tune into the heart. Then you hear the voice of the new age, because it calls you and shows you the way. Difficult processes. Are you currently in a difficult process with family, work, or another area where everything is turned upside down? Keep breathing calmly and know that this is the new flow of Aquarius that asks for space. The old is turned upside down and can start to bounce back and forth. Twists are straightened out but get angled again if you can't let go. The transition to a new form of life sometimes takes a lot of energy. The old illusion pulls you down and eventually it disappears in a fog of misery. Be wise and prevent this by landing in your feelings in time and retuning. The older man in the new world, the older person will be seen as wise, full of life experience. The young people will welcome them into their hearts to be part of this wisdom. In today's society they are waved goodbye and seen as a useless burden because the monetary system is in charge. The old programming is stuck. Change your life if you keep getting stuck, and start anew every day with attuning to the changing energy. Create a vertical line of light with the divine source of love. Follow your intuition, this way you will get through this innovation well. Sometimes there are moments when you no longer know, but this is only temporary and very normal. There will be many resets that will be opened by the photon light, and the guidance from the starlight will be very great. They activate the path of the heart. New generation. The light consciousness now also enters the shadow fields to free many young people from an old downward movement. The release of a strong dark current in the lair of the new children and young people will cause a lot of commotion, and the dismayed feelings that arise will eventually be calmed down in a loving harmony. Collisions between old and new. The new needs more and more space to renew the old process. This can lead to a head-on collision in all systems, but know that after the purification the energy starts dancing. Loving harmony. Joyful thoughts make your energy dance in harmony. Pass this on, and let everything blossom and transform into a new love in the heart. The stars in your eyes carry the cosmos in the soul, and will bring all your dreams to reality. Adjust your lifestyle and embrace the new dimension in your heart. Welcome Aquarius. I greet the light in your heart, Ashtar. New earth replacing the old. I have stood in the last 2 weeks on power spots of the earth, which are literally 435 millions of years old, and felt the earth intensely. So often I just stood there and tuned in my mind totally still, breathing in the silence, stillness, the incredible beauty, the majesty, yet at the very same moment, becoming aware of the new earth replacing the old. Yet all was one, past, present, future flowing into one. I was shown how the new earth is incorporating the best of the old, and whatever then is not synchronizing, not blending in, not transfiguring, then simply becoming recycled into something else. No thing is lost, it is merely changing form. I so often stood at loss for words, but my soul and heart were overflowing. I was experiencing awe and wonder, marveling at it all. Grandeur. For creation in grandeur, it is majesty, it surpasses all human words, it is best felt deep within the heart and soul. For the new you is forming in your heart and soul. It is forming there in the very depths, the lengths, the breadths, the immensely expansive you have always been since time immortal, when you were first birthed as soul, within your own soul grouping. It is there within your very soul. Feel into this. For these words which I am writing are energetically touching your heart and soul, with deep remembrance. I want you to deeply feel into them, for you are in the here and now, a totally new creation. The old you exists no more, except in the illusions of your own mind. The new you is the cosmic you, your own soul, and now all the skills, the ineffable soul knowledge of your own soul, and the guidance within, is what will assist you to co-create the new life beginning right here and now. Not in the nebulous future. Now. You have been trained for this, prepared for this, for millennia of Earth years. Now we move forward, step by step, transcending the old ways, the old things, the old, and creating the new. Yet that new is there formed within our hearts and souls firstly, and then manifesting into form and being, always in the highest and best ways, with love, for the highest good of all. We sow the seeds of unity, love, and oneness, wherever we go. We leave golden footprints in the heart and so love all we encounter, and in the new earth. We now co-create from the innocence, the inherent goodness within our true souls, and from the heart, with love. More than this, we are grateful for every single living moment, for being alive, for life itself is a gift, especially at this time. And when the old things, the old, rants its last cries, and tries to throw its old worn nets out to try and capture us again, we simply look down with love, and thank it all for serving us, even as we claim our new freedom, with love and joy, and hold the vision of the new age in our hearts, in our very wombs, and cherish and nurture it into form and being. Share. Archangel Azrael, cherish each step. I am Azrael. I am an old angel that works with exits from one existence and into another. Some say I am an angel of death. And this is correct. But I don't see death as you do. For me it is a transition. There are entries and exits. Life is forever, just in different shapes, and in different dimensions. Your forever home is heaven, and everyone comes there eventually. Some refuse to go to heaven out of fear, or are hesitant for other reasons. It is okay, as a spirit you are taken care of anyway. Angels, we always work in teams, we do different parts, and we serve God. When you have done a transition, an angel awaits you to take you to heaven immediately. Hades is the chief of the middle world, where those come to that do not believe in heaven, or do not accept it, so angels wait instead. Everything has to do with having faith and love, and in God and heaven, the eternal home. It is okay to live as a spirit in the middle world. God and heaven awaits each and everyone, and know that eventually everyone comes home. Do you know what I think is the most important thing in life? For me, Azrael, most important is to cherish each moment and each step. I love you. Azrael. Living beyond limitation. According to quantum physics, our apparently substantial reality is actually comprised of conscious entities, of swirling patterns of light, that come into our awareness only when we recognize them as particles of matter. Otherwise, there is nothing substantial about them. All of the substance is created in our human consciousness. We see only what we imagine to be real. We don't see or realize their light essence. We perceive only what we have trained ourselves to recognize. We haven't had access to technology that enables us to open our awareness to the constituents of what we consider the real world. Let's ponder the implications of these discoveries. We have trained ourselves to believe that we cannot perceive the vibrations that our technology has opened our awareness to. By pushing the boundaries of what we believe is real, quantum science has opened to us a new understanding of the nature of reality as we understand it. If our apparently substantial world is actually completely insubstantial in its essence, it exists only as a figment of our imagination. It is held as substantial by our conscious realization. We are its creators and modifiers. This is exactly what esoteric spirituality has been teaching for millennia. It is only our belief that limits our awareness. What are the origins of our beliefs? How did they come about, and how do we hold them? Their function is to limit us to a particular spectrum of vibratory energy. Why is this? What happens under these conditions? We become entranced with this energetic spectrum, believing it to be the entirety of reality. Our technology has informed us that there are probably infinitely possible realities beyond the one we recognize. If our awareness is artificially localized, we do not recognize the importance of any reality beyond the empirical, even if our technology shows us glimpses of new realities. The fact remains that we have limited awareness, and there's a reason for this. Because limited awareness requires us to be fixated upon the physical world as our only reality, it becomes possible for us to believe in death and termination, creating fear in ourselves. Creating the reality of fear is possible only under conditions of limitation. Having an experience of the reality of fear is actually an expansion of our consciousness. In our natural state of being, we cannot have fear, because it is self-terminating. It denigrates and destroys all who choose to hold it. Having fear is a choice that becomes a requirement within empirical reality. Now we know what it is. We have added fear to universal consciousness. Now that we know what fear is, we can choose to eliminate our belief in its requirement. We have been able to believe only what we have experienced as humans. Without beliefs, we can realize our presence of awareness beyond time and space. Pervading infinite consciousness, our awareness is unlimited when we realize that it is. If we want to break out of our entrancement, we must expand our limitations and ultimately dissolve them. If we succeed in unlimiting our awareness, we have a perspective beyond space-time. We become aware of any potential reality we choose to pay attention to and align with in resonance. This results in no change to our empirical reality. The change lies in our expanding awareness and understanding, which changes the quality of our experience. We can live in an energetic dimension beyond the vibrations of fear. It is no longer real for us because we know what is beyond it. Imagining forms and visions brings them into our reality, not necessarily in the forms we imagine, but in the vibratory resonance of how we feel within ourselves. We can direct our thoughts and feelings to whatever we desire. By aligning with our desired polarity and frequency, we establish our energetic signature and broadcast its vibrations into the quantum field to attract resonating energies into our experience. In absolute confidence and knowing, we can move through life with the energetic expression of gratitude, love, compassion, and joy. Anything that interrupts this state of being is caused by a limiting belief about ourselves. Toward this goal, we can progress by examining and resolving our limiting beliefs and opening ourselves to an unknown realm of experience that seems impossible for ego consciousness. Instead of gradual degradation, we can develop a different kind of awareness grounded in life enhancement. Regardless of what kind of energy we encounter, we can direct our own state of being to vibrate in resonance with our essence beyond time and space. This is the heart of our being, and it comes into our awareness intuitively when we align with the resonance of our heart. We can realize that the overpowering expression within universal consciousness is life creation and enhancement in unconditional love. As we learn to transcend our limitations, by inviting the feelings of joy and abundance to fill our awareness, we find that life happens with ease, regardless of apparent encounters and experiences. As long as we hold our awareness on the energies of our heart, we can move through life while radiating powerful life-enhancing thoughts and feelings. These pervade the consciousness of humanity, vibrating in dissonance to negativity, destabilizing, dissolving, and transforming it. When we can live beyond our limitations, we can know our true self. When we empower ourselves with confidence and love, we can be creative in ways that we want. We can come into realization of our infinite magnificence beyond any limiting beliefs. We can practice expressing ourselves in ways that we deeply desire for the enjoyment and enhancement of all. SorceryOfLight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.